So playing guitar left-handed is something that I've been asked about a few times, especially by people that don't already play the guitar. And this kind of goes for drummers as well, but I always recommend that you just learn right-handed no matter what feels comfortable. So the reason for this, and my personal experience, when I was younger I used to play air guitar along to my dad's LPs, and I'd always play left-handed air guitar, just messing around and stuff. That just felt way more comfortable. And he had a guitar. He doesn't really play one, but there was just one in the house. I started messing around with it. I think one day he might have just showed me, you're going to play it this way around, right-handed. And there was never any option, or I had no idea that you could play left-handed. I was just like, oh, this is how you meant to do it. And I learned right-handed. And now if I picked up a left-handed guitar, obviously it'd feel completely alien to me. I never learned anything left-handed. It just felt like the natural thing to do, but I just learned to do it right-handed. And basically, if you've never played a guitar or any instrument, it doesn't matter what feels more comfortable. For the first few months you're going to suck anyway, so you might as well learn it the more traditional way around. Same goes for drums and the guitar. And I think with drums it might even help you be a bit more ambidextrous around the kit, just because you might have a tendency to, you know, lead with your left hand. But if you kind of train yourself to do it right-handed, might open up some doors for you, I don't know. But for me personally, with the guitar, left-handed felt more comfortable, but just learning right-handed was definitely the better thing to do. It might not sound like a big deal to beginners and stuff, but a huge aspect of being a guitarist and stuff is, you know, getting into gear, obsessing over guitars, you know, jamming with friends, going around their house, playing on their guitars and stuff. And most guitar manufacturers only make like 1 or 2 left-handed guitars, and probably only in like one finish each, and you're really limited as what you can buy as a guitarist. And just playing other people's guitars and having guitar lessons and all that kind of stuff, it just makes things so much easier if you play right-handed like everyone else. Obviously if you already play left-handed, that's fine, and you're probably aware of all this stuff. Like I said, if you don't play the instrument already, you're going to suck anyway. You might as well just, you know, get used to playing it the other way around. It might not feel quite as comfortable for the first day or something, but after that you'll get used to it because you haven't been doing it already. A friend of mine started playing left-handed, this is years ago before I even knew him, and then he switched to playing right-handed, and it was probably one of the best things for him. And funnily enough, he can actually play both way round, but I think he's better now right-handed. And then I've got another friend who's always been left-handed and is always bummed out over not being able to buy the guitars he wants and that kind of stuff. So basically, if you don't already play the guitar, don't worry about what feels natural. I've heard salesmen in guitar shops say stuff like, you know, asking first time buyers, you know, do you write left-handed and that kind of thing, and what feels more comfortable. It just seems to be sales patter, just to try and make themselves sound like they know what they're doing, but it really doesn't make that much difference if you don't already know how to play the guitar. You might as well just learn it the other way around. And I've done that from personal experience. That's something that I've done, and was not an issue. Also, in terms of what hand you write with, it really doesn't make any difference. I know tons of right-handed guitarists that write with their left hands and stuff, and it's not really that big a deal, so I would just recommend learning right-handed.